Hello and welcome back to another video on the JJ Think Tank. In this one I want to talk about the abiogenic petroleum origin hypothesis. I came across this hypothesis a few years ago. This is quite an old article. I wrote it in 2023, so wow, 3 years ago now, nearly 3 years ago. Time flies, but it's still very relevant. This topic is still relevant because I think we are fed a lot of lies with regards to the origin of petroleum. Apparently petroleum stems from the fossils of dinosaurs, yes? I mean, come on, this is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense in my opinion. And there is an alternative theory which undermines the idea of scarcity, because the power structure, yes, they want to constantly reinforce this idea of scarcity in order to induce fear and in order to pit nations against each other to fight for resources. Whereas in fact there is an abundance of resources on this planet of ours, and we could really create a prosperous environment for all. I believe it's possible. Obviously it will take a while, but in general this is possible, yes, if we had less psychopaths in power and more decent people, yes. So I'd like to go into this topic briefly. This won't be a long video, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And yes, so here we have a picture of Dmitry Mendeleev. He was the first scientist to have created the periodic table. He was the founder of the periodic table, I believe. So I remember learning about this when I was obsessed with chemistry as a teenager and young adult. So, and I'm sure he made many other discoveries. I'm sure he contributed a lot more to chemistry. Let's check, actually. Why not? Let's check. Dmitry Mendeleev, Russian chemist. Periodic law. Russian chemist known for formulating the periodic law and creating a version of the periodic table of elements. He used the periodic law not only to correct the then accepted properties of some known elements, such as the valence and atomic weight of uranium, but also to predict the properties of free elements that were yet to be discovered. So yes, he laid the foundations for the discovery of other elements that were discovered after his death, I presume. So yes, so he was based in St. Petersburg. It's a beautiful city. I've been there I worked there for a year and then visited the place recently. Definitely worth visiting. Also, Mendeleev was Mongolian Tatar. He had some Tartarian ancestry as well. Anyway, yes, it's kind of besides the point. I don't want to waste your time. So yes, he was a proponent of this view. I believe. Well, this is the information I found online. Famous proponents of this theory include Dmitry Mendeleev, Alexander von Humboldt, and recently Thomas Gold. I think he's an English chemist, American chemist or scientist. And yes, they all share this view that actually petroleum, it comes from deep in the Earth's mantle, and it rises up through these gaps found in the Earth. So I found this picture online. So we've got the Earth's mantle here. We've got deep fluid. We've got this this lava, this red lava. I'm guessing, and then this spreads upwards, goes through these channels, these tunnels, and eventually this petroleum is found in the sedimentary layer where we extract it. natural gas deposits as well, petroleum deposits. They all stem from the Earth's crust, deep in the Earth, and the mantle found there. So this idea that that petroleum, natural gas, they're formed organically from the remains of dinosaur fossils. I mean, come on, this is nonsense in my opinion. Because if this is true, then obviously scarcity is a fact, because the number of dinosaurs that supposedly lived in the past was limited. So eventually, these petroleum deposits and these natural gas deposits will run out. But if this theory is correct, the abiogenic petroleum origin theory, then we've got an unlimited supply of petroleum and natural gas. This is great. And the prices could be so much lower. You could be paying 1p for a litre of diesel at the gas station, instead of, what is it? Well, in Poland here it's like 6, 7, nearly 7 zloty now. Maybe it's even more because of the war in Iran. Yes, it's a joke. So, just, the way they're screwing us over is just disgusting. They're constantly trying to enslave us by artificially inflating prices, by reinforcing the idea of scarcity, by spreading fear. So yes, on the contrary, the abiogenic petroleum theory states that in fact most of the Earth's petroleum and natural gas deposits were formed inorganically. They are formed deep in the Earth's mantle and migrate upwards to the Earth's crust through faults. So okay, I used the wrong word here. I used tunnels. Yes, they are fault lines, faults within the Earth. So yes, I mean, personally, the reason for the promotion of the biogenic theory, in my view, is to paint a picture whereby fossil fuels, yes, are a scarce commodity, and that by burning them we are releasing trapped carbon back into the atmosphere, causing global warming. Now, I don't believe in this carbon dioxide induced global warming. I think this is nonsense. I'll cover this in another video. I think again, this theory is used to supposedly create this battle for the environment, yes, and to blame humans for all this environmental change, apparently, yes, and therefore to justify the reduction in our living standards by introducing these carbon tax credits, etc. And again, this is another nonsense theory, in my opinion. Carbon dioxide doesn't cause global warming. The Earth, it warms due to, well, if I were to provide an explanation why the weather is changing, I would provide two reasons. Yes, one is just the activity of the sun. The activity of the sun, it changes, and sometimes the sun releases more solar waves. These kind of waves of heat. Yes. And when these eventually reach the Earth, they change the conditions, the weather conditions on the planet. Yes, that's one reason. And another reason is actually the government itself. So the government is involved in weather modification, geoengineering. This is real. You can find relevant information online, valid information online, shared by experts, by credible people, not just some random internet guy like me, like a small content creator. These are credible people who know what's going on. They worked high up in government or whatever. They have training. They have an educational background in these topics, in these scientific areas, and that they say that the government is involved in weather modification. Yes, chemtrails, etc. This is all taking place. They're trying to block the sun via weather modification. Haven't you noticed that sometimes when you go outside the sun it feels stronger. Yes, it's shining. The rays, you can feel the rays more. But then suddenly, a lot of planes start flying over, and they spray something, and then suddenly a weird cloud is created, which blocks the sun partially, and then the rays don't hit you as strongly. I mean, I've noticed this. So they're clearly trying to block the activity of the sun in order to supposedly control the Earth's temperature, etc. So I don't know. I think yes. Nah. Another fact, another bit of information that totally undermines these scientists and their worldview and their promotion of global warming is how they've constantly changed. They have constantly changed their mind over the past 60 years. First, they said global ice age. There was meant to be an ice age. I remember global cooling. Then global warming. That the Earth is getting warmer. Now it's just climate change. But climate change, this changes. This is just natural. You know? It's not due to carbon dioxide. So yes. And this is why all these green policies are introduced to supposedly fight the effects of climate change. Yes, it's all nonsense. So yes, that's the end of the video. I don't want to talk more about this because I've covered everything I wanted to cover. You can find more about this online. You can type in Thomas Gold and see what he has to say. Gold. Abiotic oil. Thomas Gold was a Cornell astrophysicist who popularized the abiogenic petroleum origin theory, asserting that oil and gas are not derived from ancient fossils but are primordial materials trapped deep within the Earth since its formation. Yes, there we go. Thomas Gold. So yes, definitely, I think this theory is the correct one. Anyway, once again, thank you for listening. If you're still here on the JJ Think Tank, I appreciate it. I appreciate you spending your time here. You could have spent your time elsewhere, but you decided to hang around and listen to what I have to say. If you are a new viewer, consider liking and subscribing. It will help me grow the channel and spread more vital information. I think that will help a lot of people out there. So yes, once again, thank you for listening, and I wish you all the best. Take care.